Alright, so I want to just fairly quickly go through the sketching just to give you an idea. So remember, when we're sketching, we are looking at y equals mx plus c. Okay? And remember that m tells us our gradient, c tells us our y-intercept. So that's all the information we need to know to plot our points. So if I look here, my first graph tells me that I have y equals 5x minus 3. So that y-intercept is the first thing I'm going to put. So minus 3, we're going to guesstimate, is around here. Okay? And again, it says clearly indicate my y-intercept. So I've got 0 is my x, minus 3 is my y. Now, I'm going to have to go up 5 over 1. So that tells me that I'm going to have a really steep positive graph. So actually, if I look over here, I'm going to put my first point right about here. And that random point that I dropped in there is actually pretty close to my line. And then from there, I'm just going to connect those points so that I have a nice line. And actually, if I weren't doing this on the computer, I would have erased that bit and done my point a little bit nicer. Okay, second one, 10 minus 2x. So, with this one, we have a positive y-intercept. Okay, so I can rearrange my equation if I want to, so that I have y equals negative 2x plus 10. Okay, and feel free to rewrite it so that you've got it in the y equals mx plus c. So that tells me I have a negative gradient and a positive y-intercept. So for that, I'm going to put 10 right up here. Oops. Oh, just a second, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to put positive 10 right up here. Okay, and then from there I'm going to go down to over 1, down to over 1, and from there I can extend my line. Now, what you need to make sure you're doing is reading the instructions really clearly, because sometimes you're making silly mistakes like not writing your y-intercept, and that's leaving you with points off. Okay, I'm not going to do the last two of those. Now if we look at this, which of these functions are linear functions? So if I look, there should be one that sticks out to you as not being linear at all. So we have two kind of options. So there's two that don't really look the same. There's this one here, and there's this one here. Now, y equals x over 4, I can rewrite that so that I've got y equals 1 over 4x. Okay, so that's still a linear function, so that's definitely not my answer. Now, if I look there, this 2 right here is going to be my answer, okay? So that is obviously not a linear function because it is a quadratic. This one looks different, but the only real difference is that you've got it in a different format, so you don't need to worry about that. So it's going to be the y equals x squared plus 4, because you have that power of 2 with your x, okay? And the last one I'm going to do for you is this one, because it's not actually a simultaneous equation, it's actually just writing an equation. So we have a triangle. Now we know that one of these angles right here is 90 degrees. Okay? We also know that all three of those angles are going to add to 180. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to know that I need to solve an algebraic equation. So I know that my algebraic equation is going to equal 180. So I'm going to start with the angle that I know. Then I've got my second angle here, so 7x minus 9 plus 4x. And that all added together equals 180. Okay? So what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to combine my like terms. I'm going to combine my x's. Okay, so that leaves me with 11x plus 90 minus 9, so 81, equals 180. Now again, I'm going to balance this, so I'm going to subtract that 81 from both sides. Okay, that leaves me with 11x equals 99. Divide both sides by 11. X equals 9. Now, again, I need to read my question. So work out the size of the smallest angle. This little guy right here is going to be my smallest angle. So the last step is I'm going to do 4 times 9 equals 36. So my smallest angle is going to be 36 degrees. And that is where I'm going to leave off with graphing and algebraic equations.